President Trump hit with another major legal loss today, the second most powerful federal appeals court in the U.S., siding with House Democrats in their bid to force testimony from a veteran Trump aide who'd been resisting. This ruling, which is brand new, backs up Democrats' argument that Trump's attempt to defy Congress and block any testimony is not constitutional. Now, one of the issues at the heart of Trump's impeachment, of course, was about how much you could just defy Congress. This loss comes in the wake of Trump losing that Supreme Court case over hiding his taxes. Now, those are the principles. As for the impact, Democrats are closer to compelling testimony from the confidant to Donald Trump with a front row seat to his alleged obstruction of Mueller, former White House counsel Don McGahn. He was in the room for the clashes. He gave testimony to Mueller, but fought Congress. He had the evidence and the insights into Donald Trump's state of mind. So McGahn's testimony has loomed large because, kind of like John Bolton, he was talking a big game in other venues while refusing to face Congress.
The man who may know the most about President Trump's actions in the White House and the legality of them is said to be cooperating extensively with special counsel Robert Mueller.
Don McGahn spending some 30 hours cooperating with Robert Mueller's team as they look at whether the president obstructed justice.
How come White House counsel Don McGahn is so good at playing the hero in the press?
The last question there from our colleague Rachel Maddow. She was referring to how much McGahn and his team seemed to speak to the press and then to Mueller, but claiming he couldn't possibly speak to Congress. So this ruling puts Democrats on a path to finally getting his testimony, unless the Supreme Court intervenes. That looks less likely, though, because the court's most recent rulings have been against Trump's secrecy, like the big tax case I mentioned, while Trump faces other legal losses, setbacks in New York, where the DA already got his financial documents from his longtime lender, another Mueller-related case in Washington where the effort to cancel the conviction of Trump aide Michael Flynn has hit a roadblock. So a lot of legal problems for Trump. And so for all the questions about whether there's still rule of law in this era, we're seeing that while these cases do take time, Donald Trump didn't keep those finance records secret. He didn't win the tax case. He didn't successfully evade this criminal probe in New York. And now he's losing this bid to duck congressional testimony. As the old saying from 21 Savage goes, how many problems you got? A lot. How many lawyers you got? A lot. How many times did you lie? A lot. Well, if you apply that here, how many legal problems does Trump have? A lot. How many lawyers? Well, way fewer than he used to, with lawyers and aides leaving him for prison or testimony dates. And how many times did he lie? Well, that 21 Savage question can't be answered yet, but the courts may get to the bottom of that, too, by the time this is all over. Hey, I'm Ari Melber from MSNBC. You can see more of our videos right here, or better yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel below. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that.